From overnight global cues to live Dalal Street moves, we decode what matters for your money today. From stocks to sectors to the top business news, we've got your morning game plan covered. Watch me, Aabha Bakaya, as I bring you the opening bell action Monday to Fridays, 9:05 a.m. only on India Today.
From how the markets move today to what's setting the stage for tomorrow. From tariffs to taxes, mutual funds to your daily stock queries. Join me as I decode the biggest wealth-creating ideas for you at the closing bell. Watch me as I bring to you the Business Today show every weekday at 3 p.m. only on India Today.
From overnight global cues to live Dalal Street moves, we decode what matters for your money today. From stocks to sectors to the top business news, we've got your morning game plan covered. Watch me, Aabha Bakaya, as I bring you the opening bell action Monday to Fridays, 9:05 a.m. only on India Today.
From how the markets move today to what's setting the stage for tomorrow. From tariffs to taxes, mutual funds to your daily stock queries. Join me as I decode the biggest wealth-creating ideas for you at the closing bell. Watch me as I bring to you the Business Today show every weekday at 3 p.m. only on India Today.
Good morning and welcome. You're with us here on the Business Today show. Just after 9, we're here to get you all the market opening action. Let's first take a look at what's making headlines in the corporate world this morning. Gold jumps more than $110 per ounce overnight, its biggest gain since April, to cross the $5,200 level for the first time ever. Complements a plunge in the dollar after President Donald Trump says he's not concerned with the decline in the U.S. currency. Silver crosses the $114 level on COMEX even as the exchange raises its trading margin. Auto stocks in the spotlight again after South Africa threatened steep tariffs on vehicle imports from India and China. Mahindra, Tata Motors, Maruti, Hero, TVS and Bajaj could face the heat if the proposed 50% tariffs come into effect. South Africa says imports are undermining local manufacturing. The US again pressures India on Russian oil imports. Trade Representative Jameson Greer says India needs to do more to bring down import of Russian oil. Links it to tariffs yet again. Petroleum Minister Hardeep Puri says the country is actively diversifying suppliers and continues to reduce its oil dependence on Russia. Countdown to the union budget begins in earnest with the budget session of Parliament starting today. Economic survey to be tabled tomorrow, followed by the main budget on Sunday. The government is also likely to take up important pending legislations like the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, Amendment Bill and the Securities Market Code in this two-part session. Wall Street ends mixed as S&P 500 hits a record on big tech rally. Dow slips on United Health crash after Medicare rate shock. Focus now shifts to Fed decision and big tech earnings. Asian markets mixed in early trade. Well, the US dollar logged its biggest one-day decline since April's tariff turmoil after President Donald Trump said he wasn't concerned about the recent slide in the US currency. The dollar dropped more than 1% and has fallen for 4 straight days, losing 2.6%. The US currency has been weighed down by renewed concerns about US economic leadership following Trump's recent bid to take Greenland, worries that foreign investors might sell US assets such as treasuries, and also a pending interest rate decision by the US Fed. That's tonight. Asked by a reporter whether the dollar had declined too much, Trump said, "No, I think it's great," feeding Wall Street speculation that he wouldn't mind a weaker dollar, which could boost US manufacturing and exports.
President, with the current value of the dollar, do you think it's declined too much?
No, I think it's great. I mean, the value of the dollar, look at the business we're doing. No, dollar's doing great. You know, it's very interesting. If you look at China and Japan, I used to fight like hell with them because they always wanted to devalue their yen. You know that? The yen and the yuan. And they'd always want to devalue it. They devalue. And I said, not fair that you devalue because it's hard to compete when they devalue. But they always fought, no, our dollar's very good.
See the dollar's value decline more. Would that be
I'd want it to be just seek its own level, which is the fair thing to do. You could have it, I could have it go up or go down like a yo-yo.
All right, breaking news on your screen. Moody's now coming out on the India-EU FTA saying that it's credit positive and the trade deal will be a boost to Indian exports. Moody's also sees manufacturing and FTI gains, car duty cuts may raise competition, so that's one area to watch out for. But overall, they're saying that the trade deal with the EU is credit positive. That's the latest coming in from Moody's. Remember that mega trade deal that was signed yesterday, or that was announced yesterday, and that the market is still digesting. Clearly credit positive according to Moody's, and all set to boost India's exports, particularly manufacturing and also FDI gains. But car duty cuts, those may raise competition, and we'll talk more about the auto sector on the show today. We've got Shailendra Bhatnagar with us as well as Sharad Avasthi. Gentlemen, good morning. Good to have you with us as always. Let's talk about auto for a moment. Because Sharad, both on the back of the trade deal as well as now fresh tariffs from South Africa, auto definitely seems to be a bit wobbly.
Yeah, I think the South African part is a bit unnerving because I think most of the two-wheeler companies were highly betting on the possible, growth there. So most probably Bajaj Auto and Hero will be a bit more nervous about this development, how this pans out. And on the existing sales, I think Bajaj Auto will be the worst hit. Hero MotoCorp has plans, but it's not that exports have picked up in a very big way that they could be impacted very much. But yeah, future plans will certainly get impacted. And regarding the EU FTA, I think it would be positive for even the auto ancillaries that have been catering to European counterparts, because we've been hearing that even Renault may, increase the outsourcing and use India as a base for most of their production. So I think it's very positive for the auto ancillary space. I think the larger impact would be more positive for the auto ancillary space in India.
All right, that's the view coming in auto from Sharad this morning. In fact, also just to talk a little bit more about that, and then I'll go across to share, but Tata Motors CV, we've got a buy call from UBS coming in on that one. So when it comes to some of the specific auto names, Sharad, what's on your list? Do you see an upside for Tata Motors CV, or would you be picking something else?
Current valuations, I think within the commercial vehicle space, the valuation difference that was there since the initial listing that has gone down, I think now Tata Motors CV is fairly valued. Comparatively, maybe in Ashok Leyland is better in terms of valuation right now. In case they pull up a surprise or two in the numbers, etc., then we will need to review it. But right now, what we are looking at, we think that Tata Motors CV is fairly valued. My strategy would be to shift from Tata Motors CV to Tata Motors PV. I think that is a better valued candidate for much better upside. But within the commercial vehicle space, I think maybe Ashok Leyland is still better. Now better than Tata Motors CV.
All right. Shail, good morning. Coming down to opening now, just a couple of minutes left to go. It's all metals, Shail, record-breaking rallies. I think everyone wakes up every morning these past couple of weeks and just rubs their eyes at the kind of rates that we're seeing on gold and silver. Let's pull that up for our viewers once again. But yet again, breaking new highs, new records. Just look at those rates right now on your screen, above 5,200 on gold. It's just never been seen before.
Aabha, good morning and a very warm welcome to Sharad ji as well. 3.75 lakhs on silver as far as the MCX price is concerned, and this is the dollar debasement that is happening right there in front of you, as also other currencies. Remember, Hindustan Zinc has an OFS today of 1.2% equity. It's the largest producer of silver. If this stock is available at a lower price than 685 or 700 or so, it should make sense. Please also speak to your financial advisor. And the rally at this point of time is broadening. We are on the first day of the FNO series in February, ahead of the budget. It looks good, Aabha.
All right, looking decent, and markets have been clawing back, frankly, counting down to budget now, as you can, as of course we're waiting for on Sunday this time. Let's take a look at the opening ticks. We've got 0.5% up on the Nifty, just about looking good, as Shell said this morning. We've also got, as you can see on your screen, the president set to speak in just about 1 hour 45 minutes, and we'll be tracking that speech live for you here on India Today. The Nifty Bank this morning is also up about 0.5%. Lot of earnings action, of course, earlier in the week. Today, steady, up 0.6% right now. Watching out for the Fed rate announcement tonight, so money markets will be eyeing that as well. Let's take a look at some of the other gainers and losers for you and see what's cropping up on our screens this morning. Overall, positive though. Advanced decline ratio is looking good. We're seeing green across the screen. Axis is still up 2% today. ONGC is up. Adani Enterprises still gaining. Bharti, Zomato, JSW Steel continuing to see traction post earnings. So steady up move across all of those names this morning. On the downside, a little bit of pressure building up on auto. Asian Paints is down over.
From how the markets move today to what's setting the stage for tomorrow. From tariffs to taxes, mutual funds to your daily stock queries. Join me as I decode the biggest wealth creating ideas for you at the closing bell. Watch me as I bring to you the Business Today show every weekday at 3 p.m. only on India Today.
Gentlemen, a very warm welcome to you. It's a good start to the FNO expiry for February, although we are still on 28th of Jan. This is the run-up to the budget that's happening after a very, very dismal January FNO expiry, where the Nifty turned out to be the worst performing index globally on a monthly basis, down about 4.2%. The mean reversion now there right in front of you. Nifty 25,340, 165 points higher. Nifty Bank barreling ahead with 400-point rally, and the Sensex adding 567. All the big boys are participating. Look at the rally that you see on HDFC Bank. Strength coming in there. And look at the block deal that's happening on Axis Bank today. For a change, Axis Bank is the top traded counter, 3.5% higher, 1362. Hind Copper in top shape, 3.85%. I forgot to add silver, ladies and gentlemen, is now at 3,76,229 on MCX. Gold is also up 2.1%. Silver adding 5%. That's because Mr. Donald Trump has said that he likes the dollar weakening further. So the currency debasement happening right there in front of you. Precious metals in top shape, and also in top shape is the metals pack. Look at MCX, the exchange where everything is traded as far as commodities is concerned. 2564, 6.5% higher. Vedant 2% higher. A block deal about to happen on Hindustan Zinc, the counter available 2% lower at 711. But across the board, a sharp rally today. ONGC 3% higher, 256. Oil India 7% higher, 479. If you look at the broader markets, you see strength across the board. We are tracking 1921 in this stocks in the green versus just 400 in the red. So it's an easy 5:1 for every one stock in the red. There are 5 in the green. The Nifty Energy Index taking it away 2% higher on the index, 33,962. Realty, small cap, FinServe, metals, NSE 500, mid cap select, all of them are showing signs of strength. And what, ladies and gentlemen, is also hitting fresh highs? Well, MCX, as I pointed out, 5% higher. Axis Bank, a fresh high. That's a rare occurrence. 3.2% higher. A block deal just happened. And from the entire metals pack, Vedant getting in money from the Hindustan zinc deal that's about to happen. National Aluminium 391, Tata Steel 193.5, JSW Steel, and of course State Bank of India. So that's the state of play, ladies and gentlemen, in the markets today. Very strong volumes coming into the metals pack thanks to the underlying rally in precious metals, and of course the market breadth broadening, bullish crossovers happening in banks, in metals, in capital market spaces, and of course who can perfect the lovely rally that we had seen in PSU banks. A bit of breather there, but let's hope it goes fairly strong. The IT sector is showing strength. TCS 3194, Infosys 1685, the IT index at 38,692, 1.4% higher. So that's how it is, and there's no stopping the defense pack. Look at BDL. Second day of very smart gains, 1505. Masgaon Dock 2405. RECL in strength 367. BEL showing another signs of breakout 4.421, and of course Hindustan Aeronautics 4455. That's the state of play. We are waiting for Sharad Avasthi to join us, as also we have Aabha joining us shortly. But one major political news breaking, which is a bit of a pain. Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Ajit Pawar's plane has crashed while it was attempting a landing at Baramati, which is his hometown and constituency. We'll get you more details, but Aabha joins us. Aabha, all well in the world of equities. It pays to be an optimist, and it pays to be very, very happy if you are into gold and silver, something that we've been advising for the last 3 months.
It is looking good, Shell. It's kind of nice to see the Nifty on this kind of up move early morning today. Hopefully this is a pre-budget optimism that we're seeing as well. So the Nifty is looking good. We've got a few other stocks in news, of course. We've got some amount of action in an Axis continuing post earnings. We've got some real stocks in focus. I think in all kinds of budget related stocks will continue to be in focus, of course. We've also got the SEAL stocks, as you mentioned, continuing to be top of the chart. So that action is continuing as well. We'll talk to Sharad, of course, on some of the auto names and some of the other pockets of the market that are likely to be in focus on the back of news. But otherwise, in terms of earnings, I was just watching or just looking up really what else is in focus on the back of earnings as well. And Asian Paints is taking a bit of a hit on the back of earnings, so that's one on the downside. Marico hasn't seen too much of a reaction. Mahindra Logistics also has reported numbers. That's a miss on estimates at the moment. We've got Motilal Oswal reporting, so we'll pull up some of those just to see how they're reacting this morning. And Tata Consumer also missing estimates. So most of the consumer stocks have actually missed estimates. I think these are the ones to focus on right now. Meanwhile, Vedanta has approved a sale of shares of Hindustan Zinc via an OFS. That's about 1.59%. So we can pull up Vedanta and Hindustan Zinc just to see what's happening there, Hindustan Zinc in particular. And some of those earnings reactions, of course, came up on your screen. CG Power is the other one on earnings as well that we may see moving today. So that's Vedanta for you. Approved sale of 1.6% or 67 million shares of Hindustan Zinc via OFS. CG Power, that's an earnings reaction for you as well. Shell, what's happening on the consumer stocks? What's the story there?
Well, Abha, I think there is this movement ahead of the budget. As we have been pointing out, the government doing all it can to improve the buying power of consumers by reducing GST, by cutting down on interest rates, so on and so forth. So now what will happen is a pre-budget run-up and a mean reversion, so to say. As I was pointing out earlier, Nifty was the worst performing stock in the January F&O expiry, down 4.5% globally, at a time when Korea itself and many other indices have gone up by double digits. I'm talking about a monthly gain. So it's a mean reversion that is happening. And what is also good is the weakness of the dollar. Remember, Rupee was hitting record lows. A weak dollar means you have less FII selling. So these are two positive things that are happening in the market, and we are welcoming them with open arms and both hands. Aabha.
I think it's getting a little tough to choose between the metal counters, isn't it, Shell? For various different reasons. Apart from metal prices overall, all individual factors also that are boosting, whether it's a Vedanta, Hinzink, whether it's a JSW, whether it's a Nalco, it's getting a little difficult to pick where to invest in this space. There's so many opportunities. What would you suggest?
Abha, I would just suggest rank all of these stocks on relative strength, which is stronger than which, and then buy the dip there. This is a very sensible, practical thing to do. Look at 21 EMA, 20 EMA where the stock is corrected, and then just go into it. Of course, please consult your financial advisor, please consult your technical advisor before getting into it, but rank them on strength respective to each other. We all know there is only one sector where the bull market is, which is the metal space. Within metals, rank them on relative strength, and when they correct, just get into them. Again, speak to a financial advisor and speak to a technical advisor. Aabha.
How would we summarize some of the banking earnings this time, Shell? Yesterday, of course, we saw a whole host of them seeing a bit of a knock, a lot of misses coming in when it comes to the banks. PSU banks seem to be still okay in the sense it was more on the private side that we saw a knock on selective names. Access was all right, but some of the others like an IndusInd, for instance. Could one take away any key kind of trends overall, or would you say it's largely stock specific?
Aabha, banking has been one sector which is now showing signs of strength. Look at how PSU banks are doing well. Most of these earnings are really good. A further decrease in NPAs because credit growth is there. Gold financing portfolios are doing amazingly well. We were just talking yesterday to the DCB Bank chairman, managing director, and he was pretty happy with the kind of growth that he's seeing in retail loans. That is a very big plus. Consumer demand because of the GST rate cut and the cut in interest rates is very, very high. So intensely well, and of course the fact that you have lower interest rates that may have squeezed NIMs for a while, but that's a part of the game, and the fact that higher demand for loans has offset this NIM contraction is something which is available and visible in broader banks. Look at Axis Bank, a record high. I can't remember the last time you and I spoke of Axis Bank in such enthusiasm. In the first 1 minute of trade, there was a block deal for 25 crore rupees on Axis Bank. That's working very well. So those are the strength quarters that are helping the Bank Nifty and the Nifty. Aabha.
All right, we'll leave it there for now, but a good start to trade, counting down to budget now and looking at momentum across Nifty up about close to 200 points this morning. Do stay tuned. We'll be back with more updates.